A New Forest mum who's putting photos of herself on the toilet online every day until Christmas hopes to raise awareness about the challenges those with disabilities face. Sarah Bristington's created an advent calendar with the selfies alongside text explaining problems people can encounter, such as having to lie on the floor to change. Sarah says she's had a really positive response so far.
It's been great. I can't keep up with my notifications anymore, and I'm getting great response from other parents, loads of messages from people saying, thank you for doing this, my children have to go through this as well. People saying they're having to go through it themselves, that they have learning disabilities and can never find anywhere to be changed and have to lie on the floor. So just that by itself makes it worth my while.
Sarah's campaigning for hoists and changing benches to be placed in all disabled loos. And the digital
Mike in for Louisa on Drive Time. Now, a mum from the New Forest is making an advent calendar with a difference to raise awareness about the lack of changing in toilet facilities for people with disabilities. Sarah Brisdian, whose 7-year-old son Hadley has cerebral palsy, is posting photos of herself online on the toilet every day until Christmas. Well, I spoke to Sarah earlier when she came in to BBC Radio Solent.
It might sound a bit bonkers to some people, but I am creating an advent calendar, photographs of myself sat on the toilet at home, dressed in various Christmassy items to raise awareness of a campaign that's very close to my heart, which is Changing Places. Changing Places toilets have extra pieces of equipment in them for disabled people, so more than your average disabled toilet. They have changing benches and they have hoists. So if you have a severe disability and you're unable to access the toilet without help, that's what enables you to go to the loo.
And so important to have this. Obviously, explain from your point of view, you know firsthand why it's so important.
Yeah, I have a son who has cerebral palsy, so he is a full-time wheelchair user. He's not able to stand unaided. His disability means that he needs to lie down to have his trousers and his underwear removed before he's able to go to the toilet. So without an adult-sized changing bench, his only option, or our only option, is to lie him on a toilet floor to do that before he can use the toilet, which is, as you can imagine, pretty horrendous.
And of course, we're in an age when so often sort of public facilities are being allowed to be run down or closed. So it's a tricky time, and the state of some toilets one finds anyway pretty poor. So this is really sort of asking people, be it sort of private businesses or local authorities, to think again about the resources they're putting towards this.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you go into some public toilets and I wouldn't put my handbag on the floor, and there's no way I want to put my child on that floor. We really do need to cater for everyone in society. If you provide a toilet with a bench and a hoist, you cater for any disabled person, not just somebody with a severe disability. And I think businesses really need to step up now and realise that they actually need to cater for their customers.
So tell us a bit more about the advent calendar then that you put online. What are we? We're sort of 7 days into December.
We are.
Are you running out of ideas? What have you done so far, and what have you got planned?
Wow, so far, wow. Initially, the first one was quite boring. Actually, it was just me lighting a candle in my toilet for Advent. The second one, I borrowed my daughter's angel costume for her nativity play, and I was an angel. On day 3, I had a mince pie on the loo, which got some attention. And I'm laughing, but actually, it's not funny. No one would eat in a public toilet.
No.
It's pretty disgusting. So there's no way you'd want to lay a person on the floor. Then I was Rudolph, I think. Some crazy face paint, and Mrs. Claus on the loo with her tampons was also one that got a bit of attention, because of course it's not just continence needs that these toilets are for. If you're a disabled woman or girl and you have a period, just like the rest of us, you need somewhere safe and hygienic to change your sanitary items, and there's no way I would lie on a floor as a woman to change a tampon. I certainly wouldn't want to lay a loved one on the floor to do it. And then today I was the North Star.
Right.
And I was running out of costumes, so last night my husband had to help me make a giant star.
Oh, fantastic.
It was quite a tricky one to photograph because I couldn't move my head very much without the lights falling off. So, yeah, it's fun. And I've got some people kind of making me things and delivering presents in the post to wear. And so I've got a rough plan, but I think we're going to wing it most days and just see how it goes.
But brilliant that clearly if people are making things for you, it's capturing people's imaginations, and that's what it's all about. It's about, an inventive way of reminding people about what you're doing and putting it back in the headlines. It's been a great success in that respect.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's what I've learned over the last 3 years. It's not a sexy, glamorous topic. People don't like talking about toilets. So we have to, as campaigners, find ways to get it attention. And I just thought, being Christmas, this would be a great way just to kind of do something a bit different, kind of get people thinking a little bit, because it's a time of year when lots of disabled people are really, really isolated. They can't go to their Christmas parties, they can't go and see Santa, they can't maybe go to the panto because there's just not a toilet they can use, and I think that's massively unfair.
That's New Forest mum Sarah Brisdian talking to me earlier about her toilet advent calendar, which she's been posting online to raise awareness for the lack of changing in toilet facilities for people with disabilities. 5:14 now on